As the room fill up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to smash upon the like button. Let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Cowboys CeeDee Lamb getting recognition, and Deuce Vaughn is intriguing. This will be the conversation that rules the nation. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. I hope and I pray that you had a wonderful weekend. As the room fill up, Law is just asking you to do one thing, and that is sharing is caring. Hitting that like button. Come on. Also, be sure to tell a friend or a neighbor where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on. What's good? Thank everybody for tuning in. The name is Law Nation as we continue to grind to shine. Of course, Cowboys news is always around, right? We talked this weekend about Trayvon Diggs. We talked this weekend, of course, about CeeDee Lamb. Oh, he's getting his recognition. Oh, we talked also about Cowboys, what they will and what they will not be able to do as far as their record heading into the 2023 season. Who do they need to extend first and things like that. But I would tell you guys, from the hearts of hearts, we going to be all right. Yo, we going to be all right. Good morning to you, Charles. Appreciate you. Shout out to you, Cowboys and Mavericks. And, of course, you guys seen the Heat go up 3-0 against the Celtics. That's a good feeling. And then, of course, you see the Lakers, man. Oh, my goodness, man. What's going on, man? Well, get them next year, right? Wait till next year. But shout out to all of the basketball people that's watching, too. I appreciate you guys so much for subscribing to the channel as well as the Law Nation 2.0. I really appreciate you guys over there, too. Hey, Lakers in 7. I feel you, Jay Lombardi. Yeah, Lakers in 7, baby. But first and foremost, I know you guys see something different on the screen. My plaque came in. Shout out to you two for sending the plaque over. It's been here for about a week and a half now. I just wanted to figure out a way to stand it up behind me and make it look all pretty, right? But first and foremost, before I go any further, I'd like to thank all of you guys for allowing me to get here. It would not be possible if it wasn't for you all, and especially shouts out to the Queen of the Peace Corps, my wife. This wouldn't be possible without her watching the kids and things like that. And also importantly, shout out to my mom. We all know that this would not even be possible without her, right? We were right at 6,000 odd subscribers when I thought about quitting, right? I thought about giving up, doing something else. And she said one way or another, continue to grind. So shout out to her for continue to push me, and she such a energetic person to tell me to continue to grind and get that 100K for me, and we were able to do such, and it's always a beautiful moment to be able to accomplish your goals and dreams, right? But this is not the end. We're going to continue to grind. We're going to continue to work even harder. That means that play button, we're going to press it, and we're going to continue to work even harder, baby. Y'all know how we get it going over here, Cowboy Nation, one way or another. Where my no days off, you know?
No days off.
Come on. Yes, indeed. No days off. So I appreciate y'all. And shout out to all of you all. Shout out to Miss Jackie. She always in here. She may be, commenting now, or she may comment a little later. She got the rewind game going. And she's one of the people that will meet up with me personally out here in these Dallas streets, right? And tell me, hey, this is where you need to be at. This is where the event is going to be at. Hey, can I come on out to this X, Y, and Z party? And that's Miss Jackie. Shout out to her. And Lisa, you know, Lisa, it don't matter. No matter where I'm at in Dallas, Lisa, she going to come on out to the event. One time we was at an event, it was just three of us. We was like, hey, what happened to everybody? You know, they said, well, the Cowboys were losing. And she would still show up, you know, smiling and showing support and things like that. So I love it. And I know that there are more and more people that will grind and follow me, and they got thousands of other things to do. And even though it's a 3-hour or 4-hour video, they'll still jump in. They'll let me know, hey, Law, I couldn't watch it live, but, man, I watched that joint, man, like last week, man. I went on back and watched it, you know. So I appreciate y'all, man, so much. And shout out to all of my boys, the round table, the Final Word group, my boys over there, as well as Mark Holmes and beyond, you know, my Cowboys family, man, the list go on. It's longer than Shaq feet, for real. Me and Rome and Tuck, man, we got a whole group chat that's going on. Every day we communicate with each other on topics and things like that. So it's a beautiful thing, man. And I got more and more things that's about to present itself, man. I just can't outspeak my wisdom teeth about it. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to hold back on telling you guys everything. And shout out to my brother, the Twin Maker. You know, I can't stand his team, you know, the 49ers. I can't stand them. I know y'all can't stand them too. For 2 years in a row, he been keying and laughing about us in our misery, right? But misery love company, and I've been laughing right back at them because they haven't been doing anything since they beat us. You know, they'll beat us, and then they will lose. I was just telling Twin the other day, hey, man, y'all should have let us win, man. We at least when we beat the 49ers in the playoff, we go all the way deep and win the Super Bowl. Y'all know how it goes from there. But neither here nor there. I don't want nobody to let us do anything. But one thing I can tell you right now, the respect of the game is getting very good attention with another wide receiver. One can argue the best wide receiver in the National Football League. But before I get into that conversation, let's talk about this one right quick. A lot of people been hitting me up saying, Law, man, what's going on? Diggs getting worked over there. Which Diggs? You know, nah, Trayvon Diggs, he getting worked. This is a drill, not a competition. And iron do sharpen iron, steel do sharpen steel. And, of course, he's taken away the deep route when you look at it. Nevertheless, when you think about it, these guys are out here having the best time, the best enjoyment of their lives. And it's not a competition, whereas you got to look back at this and say, man, why he didn't press him? Why he didn't jam him? I think that they're doing the bare minimum of physical contact. Think about it. You know, these two boys right here on the picture, and just on the video screen right here, you looking at $500 million worth of deals right there, and they can't be jamming each other up like that. So, granted, I would tell you, yes, the older brother got the best of the younger brother, but the battle is just that. The war is far from being over. So don't you guys go back and forth and going back and forth on, hey, who is better? Who got the rest of them? Shout out to that dog right there. I forgot to edit that out, but you guys see what I'm saying. This Dallas Cowboys fan base, let these boys practice. It's a privilege. It's a privilege indeed, ladies and gentlemen, for them to leave this out here so that we can go back and forth with each other. You know, it is a privilege. They don't have to record this and put it out there. But we shouldn't sully, denigrate Trayvon Diggs for his brother working him. You know, we shouldn't do that. If anything, and Twin will let you know, I ain't going to let him beat me on nobody's tape. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, we'll play some pickup basketball, you know, Hey man, delete that, dog. Hey man, I'm gonna post them right there. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, hey, delete that one. You know, but it is what it is. Don't get it twisted. Yes, indeed, Bands 5. Appreciate you. Shout out to you, Hot Spot Casino. All right. So speaking of that, Hot Spot, he got an opinion, because opinions are thoughts that's not based by facts. So unless Hot Spot Casino, no more, show of hands, because shout out to him in the chat. Do y'all believe that he knows more or less than Devontae Adams? You know what I'm saying? Because he's saying that CeeDee Lamb is overrated. And let me know, Hot Spot Casino, are you, my friend, a Dallas Cowboy fan? You know, let me know, because if not, then this channel may not be all in the favors of you. You are right to have your own opinion. You know, those convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. I'm not trying to change your mind. But let me know, you know what I'm saying, if you know more football than Devontae, or you played on the level of him, or you played in high school, maybe middle school, I'll throw in college too. Let me know. Let me know. We will listen to a guy who played the sport, and I'm not giving this dude, Tay, more respect than you. You know what I'm saying? Because you've been following me. You've been all in the chat and everything with me. So I'm gonna give you a little respect, you know, until Tay jump on over here, you know. But neither here nor there, man. I'm just picking with you though. But let's listen to somebody with the thoughts and the mindset of where this team could be and will be. You know, let's go. Let's get it.
People compared a lot of dudes to me as they come into the league and stuff. This is a guy that's younger than me, which most are at this point, which is the ridiculous part. But CeeDee Lamb.
Wow, that is a shocker to me.
I like CeeDee Lamb a lot. That's the one that if
no disrespect to CeeDee Lamb, but that is, I'm shocked.
Yeah, and when I'm picking it, I'm not picking it off of just the most attractive and what people want to hear. And if you watch the way CeeDee plays, and I think he's going to keep growing, and I talked to him this offseason a couple of times, and I said, bro, just keep doing what you're doing. Keep staying on what you're on right now, because this is going to give you the type of credit and respect that you deserve moving forward. You just got to keep doing it, put something behind it. He reminded me of myself a lot as far as the way he moves, and I feel like at that point when I was, you know, you ask him, he'll tell you he likes where he's at with his game right now. And I feel like he's getting that 2018 maybe Tay respect right now.
Right.
And the more he continues to do and gets better, he's going to get a lot more respect. And then it's so many other guys too. Like I said, I mean, obviously Chase, that's the one that people probably going to be most mad about. But, you know, Chase is, I think he's for sure top 5, but I can only pick so many guys. People compared a lot of dudes to me as they come into the league and stuff.
So that's him, and he talked about his comparisons and his analysis. Even he put Calvin Ridley up there, and the reason he gave his explanations of why, right? He just didn't put it out there and say, okay, Calvin Ridley is number 3 or number 4, I believe, out of his groupings there. When you look at Ridley's route running ability, you can say that it is nice, right? And we will see what Calvin is going to do over there. I think he's in Jaguars, right? So let's see if Law can take him and elevate him, and that's a whole nother guy. So when we start talking about CeeDee Lamb, you know, everybody got preferences, man. It's not like I'm saying, it's not like Tay is 1,000%. Oh man, CeeDee Lamb top 5. Everybody else behind him that he didn't mention is horrid, like the Jamar Chase or A.J. Brown or what have you. Those are just his thoughts, his rankings, right? So if it is what it is, then where you get credence and respect from will be, okay, this dude played the game. He knows what it takes to be one of the best. And old folks say this. Old folks say this all the time. Not everybody's lying. Not everybody's lying. And 9 times out of 10, you would take words that people who's playing the game currently over the analysts, over the people who got segments like, let's say, Colin Cowherd or what have you, right? So if it's a situation and scenario, if I'm listening to a Colin Cowherd, right, or any other, like let's say a Stephen A. Smith, right, and they are ridiculing or they are putting down CeeDee Lamb, and they are saying that this person can't play. But then in the same breath, if they are saying it and saying that, hey, this player is overrated, right? But on another side of the coin, when you have the Tyreek Hills of the world, right, and Tay, one can argue literally, baby, that Tyreek Hill and Tay, Devontae Adams, are 1-2. 1-2 in wide receivers out of the National Football League. That they are the best 1-2 combination. If both of them boys got CeeDee Lamb in their top 5, or they saying that they like CeeDee Lamb, then that trumps any analyst who's not currently playing or any person who never played the game. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not sitting back here trying to tell you guys how to make your rankings. But these are two of the guys that pretty much one can argue that they are probably 1A, 1B, the best wide receivers in the game. And they are saying that CeeDee Lamb got the potentials, still developing, still growing. And I do like the comp of what Adam is saying, that he reminds him of him. How many years did it take or took, basically, for the proper English people, Devontae Adams to get to his first 1,000 yards? Can somebody put that in the chat? You know, so it's hard to even contextualize that because we got to add in the fact injuries are a part of a game, right? We got to also add into the fact that, hey, when you were playing this game, it depends on the quarterback and a whole bunch of other things, right? But that is the situation and scenario. So, yeah, Tony Snow says Tyreek Hill loves CeeDee Lamb too. So, yes, indeed. So it goes to that situation. It goes to that thought track. And granted, Jay Jetta, you know, everybody, you know, they love Justin Jefferson. And the higher they put Justin Jefferson on that podium, right, or that mountain, the higher you got to start then thinking about these things too, ladies and gentlemen. You got to start thinking about Trayvon Diggs. Why do you say that, Law? Here's the reason why I say this. What Justin Jefferson ever done against Trayvon Diggs? What have Justin Jefferson done? We can literally say that, shoot, if Justin Jefferson is way up here, then Trayvon Diggs, I'm talking about RDB now, must be way up here too. Because when they're head to head, when they play each other, I don't think that Justin Jefferson in a Cowboys game, right? The Dallas Cowboys versus Minnesota Vikings. And I'm quite sure that they had their healthy quarterback versus the Cowboys every meeting. I don't think that he had north of 40 yards. And he's supposed to be the premium guy. He's supposed to be the creme de la creme. I think that, I don't think that he had more than one touchdown. I could be off, but can somebody else pull up those numbers, So on one end, we seeing how the media work. The media loves to cherry pick and select It's just like what Chris Rock said, selective outrage. They love to selectively say that Trayvon Diggs is trash, right? Or CeeDee Lamb is not capable of being top 5 or top 10. But in the same breath, they would say, hey, man, that Jay Jetta, man, that Justin Jefferson, man, hey, if that's the case, if Justin Jefferson, and shout out to him, I love his game. Shout out to him. If Justin Jefferson is Superman, then Trayvon Diggs is kryptonite, That's just how it goes, man. King says they've been putting the clamps on him. Yeah. So I'm not throwing any shade or salt at the brother. I'm just pointing out the obvious. You know what I'm saying? JJ numbers are crazy, but they are not crazy when he faced the Cowboys. Yes, indeed. So that's all I'm saying. And I'm not trying to take away from one from another. I'm just pointing out the obvious. Okay. So here's another thing, and we can of course do this line for line down the line, but it goes to this right here. CeeDee Lamb in 2022 for his overrated stats, he has been pretty much second in broken tackles, third in explosive plays, fourth in EPA, fourth in touchdowns, fifth in yards at the catch, shout out to the Yak game, and fifth in first down receptions, sixth in receiving yards, say it with me, yards, and eighth in Yak. So all of this without a legitimate wide receiver, too, to take any defensive focus away. This is from my guy, Outlaw Cowboy. Appreciate him on the Twitter, So I would tell you guys that if you think my guy, CeeDee Lamb, was eating last year, oh, my goodness, man, he's about to feast for the 2023 season. Now, this is all predicated, of course, if the quarterback can stay healthy and not lead the league in the INTs, right? I see y'all haters in there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, what about the quarterback, Law? That quarterback is the reason why. It's the reason why this team don't have even more of an explosive player by the name of CeeDee Lamb, because of the quarterback. Right. But I would tell you guys that I was listening to Kelvin Gray. He had a wonderful podcast with Simi Fihoko. And let's bring up this right quick before we go into
How are
more
you
detail.
feeling personally about Schottenheimer now, the new offensive coordinator? A lot of change happening there with that. How are you feeling personally with your role and what's going to be happening with the entirety of this offense going into this upcoming
Listen up,
year?
y'all.
Yeah, I'm excited for everything. Point blank, I'm obviously excited for my role and what it looks like, and obviously it's changing every single day. You sort of get the nuances of for me, I see myself as the big body receiver, and someone's got to do the Noah Brown blocking role. You know what I mean? So it might as well be someone that's and we've talked about this before, and we're excited for what happens.
Mm-hmm.
He said somebody got to do the Noah Brown blocking role. All right, so I would say this when I look back at Stanford tape of Simi Fihoko, I seen the bigger body wide receiver, right? But I've seen the wide receiver struggling to get off of his jams, right? So they moved him around. They made it such that they put him in spaces and opportunities. And we went back and we looked at it last year in Oxnard. We've seen the ability for a guy that can get at the top of his routes if free release, right? And he can do some busy work there. I think that he can be a vertical guy. I think that he can run some more of your, maybe put him on some flag routes, some type of post routes and things like that. Maybe hit him on the seams here and there. And I would tell you guys that the Cowboys need to do more and more of those type of things as far as route concepts. And hopefully, we will see, or we shall see, these type of adjustments week to week by allowing the offensive coordinator and the wide receiver coach to put these guys in favorable situations, not having them on digs, not having them on comeback routes or hitch routes or what have you. And they are part of the game. Don't get it twisted. But at least approach this thing from a philosophy approach, scheme approach. That's what I'm saying. But let's listen to the rest of this interview. Shout out to KG as well as Simi Fihoko.
And obviously it changes here and there, but I'm excited for this year. And Shotty is a great dude, and he's got a lot of great ideas. And the thing that I see that's different between last year and this year is just like the energy around the new coaches, around McCarthy, around the people that are still there. You see the energy shifted a little bit. Everybody's a little more wired, amped. And you can tell it comes out in their coaching. It comes out in, their play style. I love it. The way they're made some switches, and, I'm excited for the fans to see all that too.
I'm excited that he's excited, right? I'm excited that he is excited. Shout out to you, Sadiq. Appreciate you for watching as well. I'm excited that he is excited, and we should feel the same way, Cowboy Nation. We shouldn't be mad and talking about, hey, man, we heard this last year. Well, we didn't have the same offensive coordinator for this year. Look. I'm old enough to remember, ladies and gentlemen, that some of you guys didn't buy into Dan Quinn. I'm old enough to remember that some of you guys were saying, even when little old Law was over here talking about how Dan Quinn is going to help this defense out, y'all was saying that, hey, man, this defense, man, hey, man, we the worst defense in the league. And then 2021 came. We went from the 31st, maybe the 28th ranked defense, respectfully, all the way down into the teens. And people still wasn't satisfied from there. And then just last year, right, we hovered around being the defense that was on pace of being the 85 Bears. But a third of some people were still sitting there like, hey, man, put that Kool-Aid down, Law. This defense is going to be trash. And thou shall decree a thing, and it shall be established. You continue to speak these things, and now they're starting to happen, right? The defense started to fall off, right? And I'm not sitting here saying that you can't say a thing, right? But you should apply a method of, hey, build, break, build. For those who graduated from business school, right? One of the major key things of learning in business is the builder's philosophy. Don't start leading off with negative and never end a conversation with negative, because 9 times out of 10, we are frequency people, man. We live off our vibrations, baby. And you can speak life or death. Man, the tongue is such a powerful weapon. So if you lead off with a negative, that's the first blow that they hear. And then you put the positive in the middle, then they say, all right, but they still mad about the first word that you said about them. And then if you end the conversation with a negative vibe, then they'll say, man, I can't stand this person. And they're not buying into what you are saying. But for those who are in management, for those who understand, who are in a leadership role, we do the build, break, build. You can have an employee that's in your building right now, and they can produce good numbers, but they tend to be late. You don't lead off with, hey, man, you're late. You're late all the god doggone time, But you're doing some good work, man, so I appreciate you, But you're always late, No. The philosophy 101. Man, you do a great job. Your production level is remarkable. However, you're a little late, man. We need you a little bit earlier on time. The other staff members look up to you because of your performance. You see, now that's a whole nother conversation. So now that person is more encouraged to not be late. But here my guy go, Coach Marv, he says, Law, there's no energy with no belief. Now there is energy because players believe. Ooh, look at that gym right there, man. Ooh. Oh my gosh, man. Come on, man. It's something about it, man. It's something about when first and foremost in 2020, not everybody bought in, right? People were pushing off from the Mike Nolan philosophy. Not everybody was looking into this and saying, all right, cool, this is a good defensive philosophy, a good defensive structure, I meant to say. But the following year, the difference was, and a lot of those people, one was arguing that, hey, we became even less of talent, right, because we got rid of some guys. But one can argue that the belief system is just like what Coach Marv was saying, tangible. Dan Quinn didn't look at it from this level. He met the players where they were, right? And he himself was putting on pads, helmets, and he was saying, hey, these are the things that you can utilize. These are the things that can help excel you. You see what I'm going with it, Cowboy Nation? So, and granted, I'm going to be 1,000 with you all. Not everybody is built that way. Some people make or made negativity their comfort zone. Some people made the ability to have the expectations that we would never become, right? Their reality. Some people live in the darkness. Some people will say, based upon where they were born, their family member not being successful, that they fall into that same mindset, right? Some people look at it as if that whatever the 4-letter, the 3-letter network says, that they truly believe, right? Some people will literally look at the shaded area and say that's where they belong, right? And that's just how it is. And for example, the twisted view of it is that also some people will believe that 1 is greater than 5, right? Some people will lean on just because they made it there and not even to achieve their goal, right? That they are successful or more successful than you, right? That's just how it is in this world. Unfortunately, it's okay. Some people will always have that mindset. And then there are those who will always believe that, hey, it's going to be a better day. You know, joy comes in the morning, right? The circumstance is still the same, but joy come in the morning. Some people are going to have that forward thinking. Some people are going to always have that thought track, right? To know that, hey, eventually I'm going to get out of here. I like to compare it to the Shawshank Redemption. No matter how many times Andy Dufresne was sending in his appeals or sending in letters, trying to reach out, trying to free himself. No matter how many days he tried to get away from the other people that was trying to cause harm to him, he continued to dig. He had a plan of action, not leaning on the system. He continued to dig. He continued to dig. Y'all remember he dug a hole inside of a wall, put a picture over it, right? He got smooth and cool with the warden, right? But he had a vision, a goal. He had a mindset to continue to dig. Even if he had to go through some, you know what I mean? Even if he had to go through some dun, there's a better way, the PG way of saying it. He eventually got out. That's us, baby. We on the Andy Dufresne side, man. We going to continue to believe. But he could have stopped a long time ago. He could have stopped a long time ago, y'all. He could have said, man, these 4 walls will be my sanctuary. These four walls would be the end all be all for me. Facts on the best movie ever. Yes, indeed, Shaw D. Appreciate you, dog. Yeah, somebody finna say, I thought my oodles and noodles. I'm finna go watch it now, man. It's Shawshank Redemption, you know. So I ain't gonna even lie, man. When that plaque came in the middle, I felt like Andy Dufresne. I felt like climbing up out of the manure and everything else, and the rain was just washing off my face. I had the 1 bar of soap, you know. Yes, indeed. So I would tell you, look, Jay Lombardi says he crawled through 4 football fields, basically. With some new shoes. He had some new shoes on, didn't he? He had swapped shoes with the warden. So who's the warden? I think the warden is the warden Roger Goodell. See, no matter how much we do, how much we change up our culture, Roger Goodell still had something up his sleeves. Getting all of the attention from us. We got 6 primetime games this year. One can argue 7. We have a reason to be excited this year. I see it. This is from the Big Time Show, man. Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you, man. Got a reason. All right, so, yep, he took the warden shoes. How many explosive players did we have on the team on the offensive side last year? How many explosive players did we have on the offensive side of the coin last year for the Cowboys? You can name the names if you want. You can say CeeDee. We had 2. Ramon says we had 2. 1. Tony C says we had 1. For the last 2 years, I was telling you guys, the most explosive player on this team, on the offensive side, number 1 was Tony Pollard. Number 2, the year before last was, in my opinion, was still Amari Cooper. And 3 was CeeDee Lamb, right? Those were my explosive guys on offense. I got a little heat, a little kickback on it. And I went to the degree, I believe, in 2021, there's a video out there. I said that Tony Pollard, very much so, may be the most explosive guy on the team, right? Because of his kick return, punt return, kick return primarily, capabilities, right? It's just that we didn't know what to do with it. So fast forwarding, or pretty much now rewinding from last year in the playoff game, when Tony Pollard went down, we lost explosions, right? We lost everything. We still had the detonator, we had Dak, he was exploding in the wrong areas, right? But neither here nor there. CeeDee Lamb by himself wasn't enough, ladies and gentlemen. And I can give you that. In a pinch, would you require Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb to run the tables for you on 4 curl routes? Somebody says they missed Tony T.Y. Hilton. Yeah, T.Y. to me was a guy that came on a little late. I wish that we had a chance and opportunity to have him more in the folds earlier that year, but, time is time, right? And he worked for us against look, T.Y. Hilton was worth every penny for that 3rd and 30, right? But that's the story of another day. Shout out to all of the Eagles fans who witnessed that. I promise you, not a soul was so excited to see that from the Eagles community, right? So what I'm saying here is that I truly believe that we actually had another explosive guy. His name was Cavante Turpin. I hate to leave him out of the mix. But the offensive coordinator didn't know what to do with Cavante. Either he felt a little sorry for the man, that he was bigger than him, and he didn't want to see the little man get out there and get folded up like a wallet or a lawn chair. Maybe that was the case in the scenario. But man, as they say, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You know, I know me, if my job is on the line, I'm going to put Turpin out there, even if it's for a decoy, right? 4.29 speed is 4.29. I would have had that man on the end around. I would have figured out a way. I would have put Turpin at fullback. You know what I'm saying? Just for kicks. maybe that would have made Fred Warner say, man, they got this little 5'8" guy, 5'7" guy at fullback. Shoot. Hey, Law. Kelly Moore's getting too cute right now, right? But shoot, at least that's more effective than Cavante Turpin sitting on the pines. But that's a whole nother storyline. I would say this, y'all. How many explosive guys do we have now on the team? Because y'all know where I'm going with this, you know. Y'all know where I'm going with this. Come on now. You can give me the number or you can just name the players. I know for sure if I had Turpin, if I'm the coordinator, not just his fullback, but I would at least had Turpin to run me 3-9 routes a game. 3-9 routes, regardless, man. Just stretch your legs, man. I would have had me at least 3-9 routes, you know. Hey, coach, you got me running the same route. So what? If you're keeping his defense honest. All right, so Bobby Ellis says we have 4. Ramon says we have 4 to 5, right? Eddie Cruz, appreciate you, my dog. He says 88. I know what you're saying. He's saying we have him. All right, so yeah. So we have at least 4. All right, so let's try to name them. Okay, let's help this out for those who are watching for the first time. Can y'all put them in order too? You know, Tony Pollard, right? He's an explosive guy. You know, and we still have to wait and see, right? He's a box of chocolate right now. We don't know what we're going to get. So number 2 will be CeeDee, right? Number 2 will be CeeDee. 3, getting difficult on me. Brandon Cooks. 4, is it Deuce? And the possible, will it be, let's say here, Cavante Turpin, right? So that's Tony Pollard, CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Cavante Turpin, Deuce Vaughn, right? And can we throw in Gallup? No, we can't throw in Gallup. I'm talking about speed explosiveness. Jalen Morano, Cropper, right? 6 maybe? Is Semi Fihoko really a 4-3 guy? Can he be explosive? Right? Yes. Oh, God, dog, that's a lot of numbers now. 7. Deuce is the unknown. I feel you, Ghost. Yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
Leon says CeeDee, Pollard, Cooks, Turpin, Deuce. Those are solid. Those are all solid right there. I'll roll with that. CeeDee, Pollard, Cooks, Turpin, Deuce. I'm going to roll with that. And what I want is the ability to have a situation where we have that change of pace. We will have that knowledge out there now on the field, and we should be more acceptable of bigger plays. Those splash plays that we're looking for. Those plays that can get you out of the mud if necessary. And that is the number one goal right there.
Take a look at what that running backs room looks like in Dallas right now with Zeke gone. Of course, now Tony Pollard will be running back one. He's, of course, coming back from that injury we saw him suffer in the postseason. Malik Davis behind him. But we have a few younger guys there, too, who are trying to step up. Lots of guys who really still have to be proven. One jumps out at us. We saw the emotion.
Here, the list go right here is what she's showing. I blew it up over here. All right, so this is Cowboys' projected running back depth chart for the 2023 season. Tony Pollard, Malik Davis, Deuce Vaughn, RJ, and Rico Didal. The underdog, hold on, let me turn this tablet off. It keep beeping at me. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Yeah. For some reason, that tablet don't want to stop beeping. And it's throwing me off a little bit. All right, so we're back, Cowboy Nation. So I would say the ultimate underdog in this thing would be Hunter Lupke. He's an underdog, and he's not even on that list, right? He wasn't even up there. He's not even projected. He may be practice. Practice squad. So what I'm saying is the underdog is Hunter, and believe it or not, like Ripley's, this is Rico Didal. He's a guy that's been around for a minute now. And last year, before he had that hip deal, he was showing us a lot of little splashes here and there. Rojo, he got the longest resume out of anybody on the team right now. He's the veteran guy. And Tony Pollard, he's the guy that, hey, the highest paid guy. So he's going to get first dibs on reps and beyond. So we will find out. Let's listen to the rest of this.
Video. His father, of course, is a scout there, Deuce Vaughn, who was selected by the Cowboys later in the draft. What do you think he will be bringing to the table?
I think Deuce can be a matchup nightmare out the backfield. A lot of people are comparing him to Darren Sproles, who was one of the best ever coming out the backfield running routes. He would create mismatches. I see Deuce Vaughn in the same light. You can put Deuce Vaughn in the slot and have him run routes on linebackers and safeties. There's no way you're going to stop him one-on-one from running option routes. You can also bring him out the backfield, put him on the perimeter. He is quick as a gnat, and I'm telling you right now, the Cowboys will find a place and find a way to utilize Deuce Vaughn's skills.
I mean, they already had a top 10 rushing attack.
Who knew that we had a top 10 rushing attack, right, last year? Who knew that, we were second or third in touchdowns from running the rock? Listen to what she said again.
Skills.
I mean, they already had a top 10 rushing attack last season. They were averaging 135.2 rush yards per game, and they were second in rushing touchdowns with 24. So to say that you're going to slide right in and immediately get to work would be an understatement. All right.
So basically, we did all of that last year. Believe it or not, we were top 10 in rushing. I think we finished out the season with number 6, something like that. You guys can go double check it. And on top of that, number 2 in scoring rushing touchdowns. And I think that either the Niners were right ahead of us, number 1, or it could have been the Eagles. I think they had like 26 and we had 24, something of those natures, or something along those numbers. That's a better way to say it. So I would tell you guys that happened without a scheme. No, I kid you not, man. That happened literally. Running out of shotgun and running out of, without a scheme, without a purpose. We didn't run with a purpose. We didn't run to counter. I was watching like 2021 all the way up until the Patriots game. We were literally the number 2, number 3 rushing team in the National Football League. I'm going all the way back to 2021. And then after the Patriots victory, it was like a stamp of approval. And then that's when we started to do a little bit more passing stuff and things like that. But I want this team to get back to just focusing on just running the rock, open up the passing. It's nothing wrong, in my opinion, for Rain Dakota Prescott to be anywhere between 24 and 27 attempts of throwing the ball. I know I'm going to get a lot of people saying, hey, Law, hey, wait a minute. I don't want to pay a guy over $40 million to do this number, to do that number. I'm talking about handing the ball off. And I'm sitting here like bull sugar. I'm just seeing a guy that went all the way to the Super Bowl doing this number. Dow said, hey. He's handing the ball off. He's passing. It's crazy how people will perceive a thing, right, and think that, hey, that's a negative view. Bull sugar, y'all. Bull sugar. I want to play calculated. I don't need to light up the scoreboard. Right? I want to play of keeping my defense fresh, keeping my units fresh, or even on the offensive side, and I want to feed my front five guys. I want to award those guys. There's not an offensive lineman who played the game or played the game that would prefer to be in pass pro. No, not an offensive lineman. They want to maul something. They want to use and lean their weight, their power. They want to flex on those guys. They want to showcase that they are some maulers, some grade grinders, and all of that, right? They want to finesse their way upon you. And if it can all happen, ladies and gentlemen, it can all happen right now. And that's where we're looking at it from this perspective, Cowboy Nation. Chris, he says CeeDee number 1 wide receiver in the NFL. I can very much so say that in the new style of this offense, he may not be number 1. But he should, if healthy, have some unbelievable numbers. Now, even if the flow of the game is such, right? We got the wide receiver that can take the top off the top of the defense, and then we got the underneath work game that can be occurring, and then we have the opportunity to run the ball with a precise plan, and that's what I love, Cowboy Nation. Zeke was the NFC East destroyer, not just the Eagles. Yes, it's from Sean D. I agree to that. I would say that the Cowboys, when we start going over, like, you know, the amount of success we had in the NFC, that's good. But now we just need to take that success and build upon that. Steven, Cowboys, he says, interception and penalties killed us last season. Yes, they did. And here's my thoughts with all of that. Let's get it down. Let's work against throwing all of those terrible, horrid INTs, Cowboy Nation. So when we went over everything today, we talked about my guy Trayvon Diggs, of course. Look, guys, these guys are practicing, right? These guys are better in their game. This is not a situation whereas this is a battle. And I know the titling could have been saying such, right? But these guys are working on drills, and we can see that. And Diggs versus Diggs, all of this doing is helping. It's not hurting at all. And then we talked about the fact that the running back game, right? We talked about that too. We talked about who should be the Cowboys' projected starters, right? And we got to sit back and wait now. It's an old wait and see moment for Tony Pollard to see how he would look. I would tell you guys, look, The Cowboys did say that they are ahead of schedule with this, or he's ahead of schedule with this. And normally when his bones been broken, they heal and they come back stronger, right? It's just the other things, like if he's doing the right regimens, right? We don't want soft tissue issues like pull lats or hams or calf muscles and things like that. But from a ligament aspect, he's okay. And we're going to be all right. Now, we also talked about my guy, CeeDee Lamb. And we talked about his ability and the thoughts of what he's going to bring for the 2023 season. I'm going to tell y'all, first and foremost, the Jones family, they got some things to do because everybody that I just mentioned, money is the issue, right? Do you go ahead and extend Dak Prescott so that you can pay up on CeeDee Lamb, so you can pay up on Trayvon Diggs, so that you can also pay up on Terrence Steele? Money is the thing right now. So the Cowboys heading into the 2023 season, they saying that, hey, any night now, any day now or any night that these guys going to get their contracts. But I just look at it like this. They better figure it out sooner versus later. Because if not, yes, indeed. Cowboy Nation, I really appreciate y'all so much. Let's get it going.
Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for
the hotline for your mind, 657-390-7391. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. I can't wait to hear your opinions of this nature right here. Cowboy Nation, the recognition, the mindset of what Deuce Vaughn is going to be able to bring. I say that he's intriguing because we got all of those explosiveness, right? And now we got to change the pace back. I get it. A lot of you guys are saying that he's 5'6", and he won't be able to block because of his stature and his height and size. Quick question. For those who watch the game, for those who go in and day out watching this game, I'm going to ask you a quick question right here. Is Derrick Henry as big as he is? Is he a good blocker? Is he a great blocker? I want to know. Come on. They better figure it out. Yes, indeed. Because Derrick Henry, one of the biggest running backs out there. Trust me, if you watch the tape, you'll sit there and say, hey, man, he's a big boy, but he ain't that much of a blocker, though, Yeah.
There is one other participant in the conference. All participants are muted.
Come on.
Please announce yourself.
657-390-7391 is the hotline for your mind, and I got a man with the plan from the 201, the 3-0 201. Man, what's good? 100 grand.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We flying high over here.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah.
Bucket. Blowout, like I told you.
You did, man. What's the lottery numbers too, man? I just need to get up on this thing right quick, bro. I need to elevate the nation over here, man. Woo! A 3% chance, man. You know what I'm saying? You see, the thing was, even at a 3% chance, you was there for your team, man. You hit me up before that time frame. So, man, kudos and credence for you and your Heats, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen, man, you got to understand we play as a unit, man. Everybody else, they got them superstars, Jason Tatum and Brown, and, the team flow through them. No, we flow as a team. Jimmy Butler, if you didn't know Jimmy Butler was the star of that team, you would think, man, they ain't got no stars over there. The way he played, the way Jimmy Butler passed the ball, everybody get their shots, man. That's how you win, man. That's how you win.
But you know what? You know what it is? You know what? I'm going to circle this thing back.
Damn.
It's Michael Parsons' fault, man. You bet not when y'all sweep them boys. You bet not allow Michael Parsons to wear any of those Heat jerseys because now
he can't come on this side. He can't come on this side. Ain't no way.
It's Michael Parsons' fault, man. You know, yeah. And that's what I believe, man. There's Parsons, man. Whoever jersey he wears.
Damn. Don't wear our jersey.
Don't wear that Heat jersey, man. If I see Parsons in the finals,
don't wear the jersey. Don't even touch the towel.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Jimmy. I'm with you, Jimmy. Today. Oh my gosh, man! Shout out to Michael Parsons, but just don't want to see him in cause shoot, that works, man. That works, man. Shoot, he wear them jerseys, man. He end up losing.
Oh man, they thought we made them boys quit last.
Oh my God. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, man.
They gonna break that team up, man. I'm a cry. I'm gonna shed a tear when they break that team up.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed, man. It is what it is, man. So talk to me, man. Talk to me, man. What's your thoughts?
Tonight, man, you gotta get hyped, man. Why you not wearing your Lakers stuff, man? Come on, man. You gotta support your team, man.
I do, man. I do support them boys, man.
Where Lakers law at, man?
I'm gonna post some highlights, man. Well, look, we're gonna win today, man. We'll post some highlights, man. You know, and have some to keep the hope alive. You know what I'm saying? Keep hope alive, man. You know, but you know, we got multitudes of good positive things to pull back on, man. I started watching some Kobe Bryant highlights the other night, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I watching some Magic highlights. You know, let's go.
You can throw some LeBron Heat highlights in there, man.
Jeez. Damn. Oh my goodness, man! I need headband LeBron to come on back, man. Come on back, put the headband on.
We had good mojo, man. My boy Shaq got his jersey retired. You know, that set everything off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was a good.
You know, we had to show off.
That was a good Laker moment, man. That was a good Laker moment.
Wait.
Hey, although he played for the Heat, he'll forever be known.
Come on now, he got us a ring. Now don't do that.
He gonna be forever known. Shaq gonna be forever known for Orlando and the Lakers. That's just how it goes, man.
You right.
Orlando. When you think of Shaq, you gonna think of Orlando, and then you're gonna think of Lakers, and then you're gonna think of the big cactus and all the other things, all of the variations of names he had. Huh?
He didn't win a ring in Orlando though. So come on now.
Yeah, but they wanted look what they had to go up against, man. They were one of the better teams, man, in that time frame. Him and the whole crew, man, of those young boys, man, came out during that time frame.
At least one, man. They should have won at least one.
Hey, experience whoop all of that talent every day. See, it goes back to experience, man. I'm trying to tell people, man, the new broom can sweep the floor good, but that old broom can get those corners, man.
Wait a minute, Law. Wait a minute. We got 7 undrafted guys now. So that's a young Heat team with no experience.
Man, come on, man. But you got Jimmy. Jimmy been in the league for a minute, man. You better hope that one of those Kardashians don't look his way. He better get with young Miami, whatever that lady name, and keep it moving. But man, what you got for the show, man? What you got for the Cowboys, man?
I feel like, man, you know, people sleeping on this offense. I feel like this offense is going to be. They're going to be dangerous, man.
No doubt.
Because if you got an offense that can put up points the way we did with this new defense, with the stronger defense we got, I believe we can go like 15-2, man.
Oh, okay. We're going to go on a good run. Okay.
So we can go on a run, man. I think Dak Prescott, I think the offense is like Y'all just think we gonna be chopped liver, man. Y'all just think we just not gonna be who we was. I think they really holding it personal. Like, y'all just think we not gonna do nothing. Like, we just gonna run the football and just let the defense just take over. Like, we just gonna let our defense win games. No, that's not how Dak Prescott and them wired. They don't run. No, them boys gonna put points up.
Oh, we still gonna put about 35, huh? We're gonna put about 35 up in there.
I think Mike, when Mike said run the football, when it's the fourth quarter and you got a 2-touchdown lead,
right?
We running all down your throat.
Yeah.
Like we were supposed to. That's what I think he means. I don't think he's saying, all right, offense, we just need you to put up 2 touchdowns and we're just gonna let the defense. If we go up, I give it to you like this, Law. If we go up 14 on you, it's gonna be hard for you.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be extremely hard for a team to keep up with that if you playing with the league with the mindset of what Schottenheimer, because that's what the Seattle Seahawks used to do. Once they get the lead, they jump up and they hold that lead, and you rarely see mistakes from Russell Wilson, right? And
right.
I'm quite sure that a lot of people will look back and see what happened last year with the Cowboys, but a lot of those throws were forced. A lot of those the route pattern and route concepts were just kind of crazy. Now it's going to be more of a philosophy that you play with something, you know. So I can't wait to see this, man.
I can't wait to see it either, man. I think it's not going to be the same offense, man, and Dak is going to be a totally different quarterback because a lot of those concepts, like you said, those hook routes, you're going to have to throw the football like through a keyhole to get some completions because of the route concepts.
No
but
doubt.
Everybody just like to blame that on Dak Prescott when they really don't know football and they don't understand route concepts and all that. But we're going to save that for the Brandons of the world. You know what I mean? That's what we're going to do.
No doubt, man. As the plane falling out of the sky, man. What's your final thoughts right now? I got the plane finna land on you.
Man. I just can't wait for training camp, man, and I just want to see these rookies play, and I'm just waiting for more information to come out, man. That's it, man. But I think it's gonna be hard for people to win games on us if we got that philosophy, man.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man, and good luck, man, to those Heats, man. Just don't let my guy Parson wear that Heat jersey. Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, man.
No doubt, man. That's $100,000, man. You guys can find him on Graphic Zone HD. He does a wonderful job of all of the graphics and your content that you would need for his thumbnails and beyond. Check out my guy. $100,000 on Graphic Zone HD. All right, speaking of that, I got a guy from the 815, Brandon. Hey, you're live, man. You're live, man. Talk to me, man.
Man, what's up, Law Nation, man?
Not much, man. One day at a time, you know, just making it, you know, Monday, fun day. You know, talk to me, man.
Hey, look, man, it's a Monday on my work. I do want to say this before I get started on my comment. The training camp is coming up. Y'all know Law Nation will be out there. So please, I'm sure Law Nation going to be putting his cash app in the chat in the upcoming weeks and days as we get close to late July. Make sure y'all tap that cash out.
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to Law Nation.
Appreciate you, bro.
Back to the topic at hand.
Appreciate the plug too, man. You know. I love the ability for you guys to fund this thing, man, because, you know, we independent over here. We don't have money falling out of the sky. So everything that I get from you all, it goes back to the nation. So appreciate you, man, for that word, man, of encouraging others to go out there and support the nation. Appreciate you.
Absolutely, because look, if he's gonna give us great content, let's make sure that we tap that cash out for training account. I'm gonna make sure I'm a man of my word. If I'm gonna ask y'all to do something, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Appreciate it. Man.
So and we all know this. Law Nation look good, so he gonna perform good, and he gonna give us great content.
Appreciate that.
I want to get to that running back conversation just for a second. I don't know if people know this guy's name. His name is Maurice Jones-Drew. Maurice Jones-Drew.
Mm-hmm.
Go look him up in the pass blocking game. Matter of fact, go look him up against one of the San Diego Chargers linebacker and watch how he stonewalled him. So size does not matter. Great point about the Titans running back Henry. Big as I don't know what, can't block for nothing.
Can't block.
Our receivers, CeeDee. I think CeeDee is a tremendous receiver, but the Cowboys gonna have to pay for this now. So like, I don't know what the deal is on that. I don't know what the deal is with Trayvon Diggs. You brought up a great point. Justin Jefferson, when he sees Trayvon Diggs, it's like he's seeing ghosts.
Yep.
Because Trayvon Diggs is a top 5 player in his position. Now let's not get that twisted and act like he's not a great player. So he's gonna have to get paid. Michael Parsons gonna have to get paid. Terrence Steele gonna have to get paid. And I don't really want to mention him, but the guy that played quarterback for us gonna have to get paid. Somebody won't get paid, guys. I just want us to make sure we're being sincere about what's coming up. Somebody's not gonna get paid. But for this upcoming season, we have everything we need, guys. Mm-hmm. We got skilled players. We got defensive players. We got a good to really good O-line. I think we got everything we need.
Ooh, I see what you're trying to do here, boy.
No excuse. Go ahead, man. I know you want to.
I know what you're doing now, Brandon. I see it coming a mile away.
Law. I know you got a line.
I peep game of what you just about to say. Go ahead and say it. Man.
I know you got a line longer than Shaq. But I think this is a great quote, and I think you said your auntie or somebody in your family said this. Everybody ain't lying on you.
Everybody ain't lying. Yeah.
How about them Cowboys, Dak? How about them? How about Law Nation? Let's support him. Make sure we get him to training camp. Let's make sure he can be in a nice, comfortable hotel and make sure he can do his thing. Shout out to him. Shout out to the nation. Dak, I'm watching you, brother. No excuses. How about them Cowboys?
How about him, man? Ooh. Hey, man, that was, man, by far the best Brandon call I've had all year, man. Shout out to my guy, Brandon. I was waiting for it. So basically he was saying that, hey, we got X, Y, and Z, and I didn't let him say, hey, there should be no excuses for Dak. But he didn't even say that. So shout out to him. He literally said the truth, y'all. Somebody's not going to get paid. Now, we do have the ability to franchise tag, right? And we do, if we look down the line, we have contract agreements that we have rights for CeeDee Lamb for 5 years, right? We have rights for, dare I say, Parsons for 5 years, regardless of whether or not he like it or love it or hate it. Is Trayvon Diggs a situation that the Cowboys can respectfully say, hey, we like you, but we don't love you type of thing, you know, and I hate for that to happen. I don't even want to speak upon it, but there could be a thing right there. Also, with even when you look at Dak, the craziest thing of it all, see, Dak holds the high card. He had the foresight, right? The foresight to see this moment right here. He put the no trade clause on his contract. He put the inability to franchise tag him on the contract. So he holds the high card. And now the money is against the Cowboys. So in order to keep Dak, they're going to have to sacrifice.
Sacrifice. Don't give up the fight.
On that money. They're going to have to sacrifice it. You know what I'm saying? Because they going to have to extend him, and then they can keep all of the other players. It's crazy how that works, y'all. It's flat out is. But I would tell you guys that the Cowboys and their decision making will be predicated upon this season. If I'm a betting man, they are more retroactive than being proactive. Right? So, and that's not me being negative. That's just how they flow with it. You know, they would rather make the deals on the back end juxtaposed to making the deals too early. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like who live in a certain neighborhood that you see people flying through the neighborhood and you trying to tell them, slow down, man, slow it down, man. You got kids at play. And you even wrote letters to the city council or the alderman there or wherever, however your city is structured, right? You done spoke about, hey, these people are driving too fast. You even mentioned it to the police department, and no one did a thing about it, right? They didn't even put up a sign. But one day when that child get hit, you know, and I'm just speaking, hopefully this is not a true story for anybody to know out there in your area, right? One day a child get hit, right? And now the city going to say, oh, now we need to be aware of these things. Let's put out speed bumps, right? Let's stricken the road thing situation. Let's put the speed limit down to 25 instead of it being 35, right? That's being retroactive. And there's a lot of people right now, witness the Cowboys being retroactive, juxtaposed to being proactive. You know what I'm saying? All right, Glenn Caper says, I believe we need another wide receiver if Lamb or Cooks get injured. We're in the same boat as last year. We need Randall Cobb 2019 type of signing. Yeah, Randall Cobb just signed with the Jets, I believe. I would tell you that's all 31 other teams too, right? Everybody need them a veteran guy that can come right into the folds who can take a real good discount to play, right? You don't want to pay that veteran the sun and the moon. And we do have a veteran guy that's out there. We're waiting to see what the Cards are going to do with him in his contract, and that is my guy that wears number 10. He can pull any ball out of the sky, DeAndre Hopkins, right? So we're going to see how all of that works out. All right, so let's get the next caller in. I got my guy, MJ from the 206. You in the mix.
What up, Law? How you doing?
What's good, man? Everything's good my way. What's good with you?
Just over here chilling, you know. About to go to work in a minute.
No doubt, no doubt.
But, yeah, man. Like your boy just said, it's going to be a good season. Everybody's sleeping on his offense. The offense is going to be a dangerous offense. You know what I'm saying? And what they saying, the running game, everything going to be in scheme, and we ain't going to be predictable. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
We was predictable with Kellen Moore. This won't be predictable. Y'all gonna get screens, draws, sweeps, lots of sweeps because you got fast halfbacks.
True.
Pulling guard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a good. And the receivers, you got Simi Fioco was so happy.
Oh yeah, he was happy, man. Hey, a body in motion stays in motion. When you have a guy that's like 6'2", 6'3.5", that runs a 4.3, you want to be able to slide them inside and see if they foolish enough to have a linebacker on him, right? Or a safety that we all know that safety issues, that they can't flip their hips, right, and to get to a certain spot. But the way you do that, the way you counter all of that is, hey, you put the person out there that can run and stretch the field and give them favorable routes. Look, I'm not saying that Kellen Moore was not capable of doing that, but he just didn't know when to do that. And that comes with experience and time.
You know, he didn't lock. I'm going to be honest with you. He didn't know what he was doing.
He's still learning, man.
Yeah, he's still learning.
He's still learning, man. Yeah.
He killed us 2 times in the playoff. He panicked. And they already knew how to play a zone on him. And he gonna mess up.
Yeah.
And they knew our receiver routes. So now, if you watch the Seattle tape, that's how Russell Wilson was so dangerous with the play action, and Zach is good in play action. So we're going to get a lot of buns. We'll cook fast, too. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Cowboy fans, y'all finna see so much dangerous. And my offense going to be dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So, and the defense going to be a beast. So, when y'all do that show, the NFC, when you be doing that show.
Round table, NFC, East round table. Yeah. I think we scheduled to have one to talk about the season predictions as well as their thoughts and who won in the draft and things like that. That's going to be an exciting show. I need to hit them back up and let them know what time frames we're going to have it at.
Yeah, because they think they won, but they didn't won because we got the leg up on them with all our players that played last year. That's going to even be better. They new players got to catch up and try to be better. And the rookies we drafted, there's going to be more dangerous than they rookies. And our rookies last year all played their rookies. That's going to be better. You see what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Up on them. And one thing, Law, while we losing here in L.A., the coaching. Coaching goes a long way. Miami winning because of coaching. They got 7 players that played on D-League, and they kicking Boston butt. We got players on our team that this coach, he won't play big. If you play big against Denver, we would have won 2 or 3 games. Up until LeBron James, D-Lo, and Coach Ham, they lost the series for us.
Well, you just got to figure it out now, man. It's over. It's over. It's over with when it's over with, but you just got to figure it out, man. But I appreciate you for calling in, Chief. I thank you so much, bro.
Yes, sir. I'm going to see you when you come down.
No doubt, man. Salute, bro. Thank you, man. That's a good call for my guy, MJ. Yes, indeed. The element of surprise is always there, especially when no one have tape on you, no one have the things that make you go. And football is a sport that they are trying anything and everything to make you play left-handed when you're right. And we can see that and we can attest to that even with our team. Like when everybody was calling Kellen Moore, when he was killing it, just watch. People were picking up, this is what he does to us when it's single high. They picking us apart. This is what he is able to do to our team when we playing a man. And then someone said, hey, have you ever thought about just make Dak throw into the coverage, man? Let's just drop 6 and 7 DBs. I know a lot of people not comfortable hearing that. But let's play into the tendencies. Let's drop everybody 6 and 7, and we're going to rush 4. And if they gash us on a run, we'll play to the tendencies. We will play to the fact that 9 times out of 10, that this dude, and I think that my guy, Boss Cowboy, was calling him, what were you calling him, Pookie Moore? That this dude loves the numbers. He loved to have those stats walking around that they threw for so many yards. Let's play the tendencies. And it's counterproductive because it goes all the way back to what even the great Bill Parcells said. When you're throwing the ball, there are more things to happen negatively. Right? Ball can be batted at the LOS. The ball can be batted it can actually hit the receiver in his chest and bounce up. It could be a catch and fumble. Whereas when you run it with the league, there are 9 times out of 10 less negative plays that could happen. So even Bill Parcells was using AI from his mind before AI, all right? And I'm not saying that the Bill Parcells can walk on water, right? But these are just common sense things, right? So when it's 2nd and 2 and it's empty and you dropping back to pass the ball, collectively, more things negatively can happen. Boy, that rhymes, but then boy, them bars. But more negative things can happen, is what I'm saying. Trev says D'Amico Ryans out-coached Kellen Moore 2 years straight. That's what happened. Yeah, it became such a blueprint of pretty much, y'all, and I'm telling you guys, it's a copycat league that we went back and watched tape. The Texans did the same thing. We won by the skin of our teeth in that game, but they dropped a lot of guys in coverage. The Washington team did the same thing. They dropped a lot of guys in coverage in the final game. Played on the tendencies. And I'm not beating up Kellen Moore because very much so he could have learned from his mistakes this offseason, right? He could be killing it for the Chargers, and it'll look like, hey, man, the dude was right all along. Ronnie from the 951, you're live.
Hey, how you doing, Law?
Hey, man, I'm way all over here, man.
That's great. That's great. Sorry if I'm coming in a little rough.
It's all good. It's all good.
I got a sore throat. Don't know why. Shit sucks right now, but
hey, it is what it is. Mm-hmm.
To get on topic, I wanted to say this real quick. I truly think the Cowboys should make the right decision. Now, are they? I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. That's one thing I've learned from being a Cowboys fan my entire life. We usually don't make the right decisions when it comes to re-signing players.
True.
But I will hope that they will re-sign Trayvon Diggs. And honestly, one person I'm happy that was with Cal City this offseason was Anthony Brown. I'm sorry. I don't ever wish on nobody's downfall. But godly, Mr. I'm burnt like toast. That man stay getting burnt, man.
Yeah. It was here's the thing with the Trayvon, not Trayvon Diggs, but the Anthony Brown. He's a free agent now, so Cowboys did the thing of letting him test the market. So we got that all secured now with Gilly, and as well as the hopes and promise of Bland and seeing what Kelvin Joseph and Deshaun Wright can do now.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Kelvin Joseph has transitioned to more of a special teams player because seeing him in, like when he, for example, I believe he was in the game when we was playing Tennessee, and I know he played a couple other games. I just can't remember the games off the top of my head right now. But I remember him in coverage, and he just looked so lost.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there the whole time like, holy shit, this dude is. I'm sorry, excuse me. Like,
no, you good. You good.
I'm like, man, this guy is lost out there because I was part of the bandwagon. I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna be great. He's gonna come in and adjust. Man, he looks lost.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, hey, this year is a contract year for him as well. We're not even talking that much on Kelvin Joseph, and it could be the last around with the Cowboys, but he got everything. His back is against the wall, so we will see if he can get out of it this year. Especially, I still say this: he is the most athletic DB we have on this team right now.
Oh,
yeah, athletically speaking,
most definitely.
Yeah,
most definitely. I'm not going to deny that. That's what I'm saying. He has the potential. To me, it just seems like he lacks the want. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like he wouldn't have played as bad if he truly wants to be the best DB on the team, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Everybody else can tell me how they feel about that, but just being honest. Oh, and also I want to talk about the offense a little bit more, real quick.
Go ahead.
I think truly, first and foremost, I think Deuce Vaughn is going to have a role, without a doubt. I think Rojo, they're probably going to use him for short yardage, and then Tony Pollard, like you said, the explosive plays, most definitely going to come in hand. But I just want to mention that I'm a big fan of Deuce Vaughn. I think he's going to definitely help the organization.
Man, he should be able to come right on in here and let his voice be known. The things and ability that he brings to the table, it should be transparent. Because he's going to be the change of pace back. We're not asking him to be the end-all, be-all. We're just asking him to come on in and be the change of pace for year one. Yeah.
Right, exactly. And that's what I like. I like that they're not, rushing him in here with barely any running backs in the room. Right. I like that they're kind of getting his feet wet, I guess you could say. But Oh, one last thing, Law. I want to ask you this one question. You think the linebacker core is going to improve this year?
Yeah. Shoot ya. Organically, they're going to be better, man. You got big boys down inside. Pause. But you got big boys down there. Yeah.
Yeah, no, because I just was disappointed last year because I was like, why? In my personal opinion, I'm going to be honest. I love the Anthony Barr signing because it helped all the newer rookies, know the zones, how to read, what to read from the running back. Because Anthony Barr was a great linebacker when it came to those things, especially early in his career. But it used to make me ace and kind of made me a little sad because I'm like, okay, why is Damone Clark getting his snaps cut in half?
Right.
Damone Clark, to me, was on point last year. Dude had a nose. He was always where the football was. Always. It just reminds you of that mentality of, I don't know if you know about this, but in high school, for example, coach will tell you, you guys need to always be where the football is, no matter what. Even if the play's there, I want to see 9 men at least by the football.
I mean, he do have that. He do have that. And on top of that, around this time last year, and I always love to do pieces like this of letting people know around this time last year, he wasn't practicing. He was recovering. So anything that you see now is a surplus, is a plus for us. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I agree. That's why I like him because it's like he was ready to put the work in and he showed, okay, I'm here.
Yeah.
That's why I love, honestly, I enjoy playing linebacker myself, but I love when I see linebackers flourish in the league like that because it's something about it, like the grit, the nasty you got to bring as a linebacker, and he brings that.
Definitely, man. I appreciate you for calling in, fam. Anytime, man, just give me a call, man, and we'll talk about these things, man. I hope you feel better down the line, man. Give yourself some rest there, and that will heal up everything. It's just your body detoxing, man, getting some of those toxins up out of you,
Exactly.
It's a good thing.
That's what that is, Vaughn. I appreciate it. You have a great rest of your stream, great rest of your day.
No doubt, bro. Appreciate you, man. Good call from him. Yo, it's my guy, Ronnie, man. Good call. While he was saying all of that good stuff right there, I was trying to create a video. I was multitasking, so I was listening to what he was saying. And in life itself, in general, you got to make the necessary sacrifice. You got to make sacrifices, and that's just what it is. In order for you to grow, sometimes you might sacrifice one to save two. And the Cowboys, that's what they are up against right now. I was watching this reel right here, and it talked about this stork pretty much making the sacrifice, picking out the weak link, right, that's not going to be able to make it so that she can save the two. And we've seen this before. Yeah. It's a difficult decision, but that's the weak link. But I got to take care of one so that I can save two. And that's life, y'all. Unfortunately. You can learn a lot from nature. And it's sad. But those are the decisions that mom had to make in order for the other two to survive. Now, granted, it's crass for us to see that in nature, and people will say, hey, they would like to coddle that, and they would like to say, hey, man, shame to that bird. If I ever see that bird, I'm going to kill it. But those are instincts that bird naturally had from the Creator, right? To survive. Survival of the fittest. Lewis says we need to get ugly to win. Yes, but savage but fact. Ain't that right, Bobby? Put it like this. Woo! By her trying to keep three, only one may have survived, or none. But by her getting rid of one, two shall survive. Those are the rules. You can't keep them all. Now, beneficially for that dead baby bird that's at the bottom will begin to decay. And it will present opportunities for the mama bird to go down there to eat upon the worms, and or the others that's trying to eat that, whether it be a snake, whether it be, you see what I'm saying? Oh, it'll bring so much attention for other things, and she will be able to take that food and feed it back to the other birds. Man, I'm telling y'all, man, life is right around you. All of the experience, all the wisdom, and all of the knowledge, it comes from the grand creator from above. But it's examples right in front of you. RC Nation, appreciate you. Thanks, Law. Appreciate the call. One day I would love to have a longer conversation with you to pick your brain on different Cowboy things. Appreciate you, RC Nation. You know, I thank you so much, man, and I hope all is well with you. And shout out to Julius, man, for the super chat at work listening, and I thank you so much as well. I mean, for the Cash App. Appreciate you, Julius, for the Cash App. Let's go and listen to another caller that's been waiting here on the hotline for your mind. We got Mike from the 484. You're live.
What up, Law? I'm back again. All right.
I feel you, fam.
I came in a little late, but from what I'm gathering is we're having a conversation about figures.
Right.
So if I'm right about the figures, and Daniel Jones is making $160 million for, throwing a couple of touchdowns and running the ball a few times,
right?
Managing a game.
Mm-hmm.
There should be no reason why we shouldn't extend Dak Prescott. Here's why I say that. If you remember, I'm sure everybody does, because I speak about it every time I get on. 2016.
Right.
2016, the man came in lights out. He had probably career numbers, just coming in. We went 13-3 that season, right?
Yep, true.
Of course we missed the Super Bowl. It is what it is. You can't win them all.
Can't win them all.
But
we didn't win a playoff game.
That was predicated on the fact that he didn't throw a pass. He didn't throw no more than 25 to 29 passes a game. I remember watching games where this guy was so lights out, he went 22 for 23, 23 for 25,
right,
25 to 28. You know what I'm saying? But we still put up numbers, and we still got wins.
Right, true that.
Now, I heard you say something about this isn't an indictment on Kellen Moore. The hell it ain't. Hell it ain't. This is definitely an indictment on Kellen Moore.
Talk to me, man. Talk to me. Break it down.
If you remember, Zeke led the league in rushing 2 years straight.
True.
I mean, we went 13-3. I think we went 12-4, and then we missed the playoffs. All right, we missed the playoffs. That Zeke was hurt. Dak went down with the ankle. Nothing you can do about that.
Yeah.
But those first two seasons where we were hyper successful, that's an indictment on Kellen Moore. Okay? Kellen Moore is going to do exactly the same thing he did in Dallas, in L.A.
Mike, what is your profession, Mike? What do you do for a living?
I was a chef for 24 years.
Now for 24 years?
Now I clean labs. Now I clean labs for Johnson & Johnson. Right?
For Johnson & Johnson. So let me just stick to the chef part.
Okay, fine.
When you was the 15th year chef, could you cook like you were in your third year?
As long as I had creative control, yes, sir.
Oh, so your food tastes the same. You didn't pick up no experience from year 1 to year 24? No new ways?
Well, no. I'm not going to say I didn't pick up. Everywhere I've been,
You've got better, right? Keep going.
I'll put it like this. every quarterback that goes to a different team picks up something, right?
Right.
So every restaurant, every coach that a quarterback is coached by, he picks up a little something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He picks up just a little bit of something. And every year, every place I've worked, I've picked up just a little bit of something.
Just a little bit, yeah.
But the recipe still remains the same.
True. An omelet is still an egg omelet. You know what I'm saying? It's still an omelet no matter how. You know what I'm saying? It's still an egg omelet, right?
That's what it's still an omelet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Take the thought on this one, but guess what? It's still an omelet.
It's still an omelet. Now, the ingredients may change though a little bit because, or through the course of the years, you realize and say, "Hey, I'm not finna use iodine salt. I'm not finna use table salt. I'm finna use some pink Himalaya salt because I know that naturally that's a whole lot better for me, right?" So, and then it even tastes better. But it goes through years of experience and knowledge and information and wisdom to get to that point on putting the better ingredients in that omelet, right? And even on the egg structure, or whether or not this was an organic, and I know it's kind of crazy to say organic egg, but whether or not this egg was from a different chicken breed, right? You know, it's gonna make the taste of the omelet a little bit better, right?
Yeah, probably.
You know.
So with that being said, I get where you're going.
Yeah.
I get where you're going. But obviously, those ingredients that we had with Kellen Moore weren't right. Because if they were, we'd have been 2-time Super Bowl champions by now, leading the league #1 in offense.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Now,
True.
Granted, 2 years ago, I started my first ever fantasy football. Right.
Okay.
First time I ever played.
Okay.
Now I love my Cowboys.
All right. Me too.
I love my Cowboys.
Oh yeah.
Okay. They were stupid enough to leave Dak on the table. They were stupid enough to leave Cowboys D on the table.
True.
They were stupid enough to leave CeeDee Lamb on the table, Amari Cooper. Oh, yeah, I grabbed them because I love my team.
Yeah.
And this is what I told those boys. I said, listen, y'all talking shit about how I got my whole team, but the Cowboys defense is going to be the most improved defense. And by George, were they not? By George, were they not?
Yeah.
They were the most improved defense. Now, that didn't mean that's not to say that the ingredients in the offense didn't change, because it really didn't. It really didn't. Run and gun, throw the ball. We very rarely ran it. And when we ran it out of necessity. We didn't run it because we wanted to. We ran it out of necessity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. I think that's where it changes here, especially with a Deuce Vaughn, a Malik, the other back, Malik.
Right.
I can't remember his name. Malik
Davis. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, and there's no doubt in my mind that Kellen Moore deserve a lot of the blame for us losing, right? You know, in some situations in games, but some of the share of the blame goes to the quarterback, the running back, as well as the wide receivers. But the person that empowers said person too, you know, the coaching staff. I guess you got to look at the full.
In this case,
Jerry Jones, because he's the head. The fish rots from the head down. So if he empowers said Kellen Moore to do this particular offense, and leaving out the fact that there's going to be growing pains, leaving out the fact that, hey, he didn't know anything about Himalaya salt, right? He didn't know anything about how to, flip it and put other ingredients inside said omelet. All he knew how to do was scramble the eggs at first, right? So through the course, the mercy seat of us being in that seat of watching from a fan perspective, knowing that there's going to be growing pains, and we still love the team, we had to be at fault too, because ain't no way in the world we had the expectations of seeing a offensive coordinator in his first year or second year taking the team all the way to the Super Bowl and winning it all. It'd have been more of a fantasy than a reality, right?
Okay. Let me put it to you like this.
Right.
Nobody had expectations that just because A.J. Brown went to the Eagles that they were going to go to the Super Bowl, but they did.
Nobody had the expectations of them going to the Super Bowl.
No, I know.
The difference is with that is their front office. They saw something out of Jalen Hurts that the Cowboys didn't see out of Dak Prescott in his first year. The Eagles, they said, okay, this guy's not. He took a team 9-8 to the playoffs. Instead of taking away from him, they added 2. They looked at it and said, okay, if he was able to win 9 games with Jalen Reagor, right? What if we add a A.J. Brown to the table, right? They'll make the omelet taste a little bit better. And what if they add more and more defensive pieces around said team, right? That will make it even short of a field. And that's what benefited them by putting more and more weapons on the team and not taking away from the team. You see, the Cowboys would have been just happy and satisfied if we would have went and got the guy that they went and got their offseason. What was the first guy they went and got? Y'all help me out.
Who?
His name is tip of my tongue. He from the Colts.
T.Y. Hilton.
No. They went and got a guy on the offseason from the Colts. I forgot his name. Y'all, come on, Eagles fans. I know y'all in the chat.
Stephon Gilmore.
No. The Eagles fans this offseason, the last offseason, that was their first free agent move that they done picked up. His name is at the tip of my tongue. He was a wide receiver.
It's not Quez Watkins.
No, not Quez Watkins. Oh my gosh, his name is tip of my tongue, man.
Yeah, it's killing me.
It's killing me. Come on, Eagles fan. Oh yeah, there you go. Zach Pascal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. See, Zach Pascal was the equivalent of us going out there and grabbing James Washington, right? You know, so 100%. the Eagles when they went and got Zach Pascal, right? If the Cowboys last offseason would have got Zach Pascal, we'd have been saying, hey, man, that Pascal, give him the opportunity and the chance. He may just be that guy that can replace Amari Cooper.
Hey, no. Okay, my last point.
But go ahead. You see what I'm saying, though?
Yeah. All right, this is the last thing I'm going to say before I let you go, Law. Somebody said something about we need to shore up our wide receiver room just in case somebody goes down. I'm going to be honest with you. I think we already did that in the draft. I think they're just flying under the radar because they were undrafted or he was undrafted. I am really high on this kid, Jalen Moreno-Crawford. I don't know about everybody else, but this guy is different. And I don't say that like I've seen a lot of great talent. Okay? I've been a Cowboys fan 41 years, and I'm 41 years old.
Right.
So out of the talent that I've seen come through that building, they need to give that kid a chance. Yeah. They need to give that kid some reps. They need to. He needs to be acclimated. If the Cowboys don't do one thing great, we make wide receivers great.
Yeah, true that. I'm right with you. He's one of my dark horses. Cropper is one of my dark horses, so I can't wait to see him out there on the field. And I'm always rooting for the underdog. They knocking him for his height and what he did, what school he played for, but he's just as fast as Jalen Hyatt. You know what I'm saying? That was drafted by the Giants.
If that's the case, knock. They need to start knocking eight-time 1,000-yard receiving Brandon Cooks. Then you can't because he has 8 years of 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Mike, before you go, man, do you still do any cooking though, man? Do you still cook?
At home. At home. I just got finished last night. I just got finished doing some barbecue pulled pork. My man, it's about to go down.
Go down, man. Where you located at, man? You know.
I'm located outside of Philadelphia. I live in Ridley, Pennsylvania.
Man,
I'm one of the only Cowboy fans that live out here, and I suck it up every day.
Man, that's a blessing, man. If I'm ever on the east side, man, East Coast over that way, man, I'm gonna hit you up, man. I send you some Simon or something like that, man. I would love to taste some of your good old masterful cooking over that way, man.
Come see me at week 1 at the Giant Stadium, because that's where I'm going. I'm definitely going to that game.
No doubt, Big Mike, man. Appreciate you, fam. Thank you for calling in, bro.
Already know, my guy. You be safe out there.
No
How
doubt,
about them Cowboys, you heard?
No doubt, man. Yes, indeed. You know, especially when people say they chef and they'll throw down in the kitchen, man. I know I can just throw him anything. You know what I'm saying? It's some corn, man. Put some corn and some salmon together, man, and sweet potato. You know, throw them all together, man. and those come through years of experience. But I hope I didn't throw no curveball at my guy Mike when I said, was he the same chef from year 1 to year 24? Because eventually you're going to learn pieces and tricks of the trade and things like that down the line. And our expectations is for Kellen Moore to be a master chef year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, because we've been starved. We've been starved of success in this organization for the last 20-odd years, right? So we want and we demand excellency, right? We demand greatness, but it's not coming from the person who just started their job. You know, it's going to take growing pains. He may not be the brain. He may not be the brain of offense until like year 7, year 8, year 10. Took Andy Reid many of years, right? All right, so we got Mark that drive trucks, man, from the 8-3 till you live.
Hey, yo, what's up, Law? You hear me?
Yes, indeed, man. You're live and clear, man. You sound good, man.
Hey, thank you, man. Thank you. Hey, again, I'm enjoying the show. Enjoy you and your conversation. You know, I'm like you. Nobody wants to bury Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore's a young cat. He's definitely got a lot to learn. And, you know, I won't wish him success because all in all, even though he was the smartest kid, probably the smartest guy in the room, where everybody would say that in the organization, he just didn't know everything.
He didn't know everything. It was impossible for him to do
so.
Right.
Yeah, he could. People say he couldn't adjust. He's hard-headed like a lot of young folks are. It's your way, and you ain't gonna do it no other way. Kevin Moore set up in interviews and said out loud in front of people, if I could, I'd throw the ball 50 times a game. I throw it every play.
Big
facts. It doesn't
facts.
matter who the quarterback is as far as Kevin Moore's concerned. His mindset is to call the game a certain way. And even there, he really didn't have an offensive scheme, which is what made it hard for him to adjust because he was just hard-headed. He's going to do what he wanted to do. But hopefully, you know, he'll grow because he got a lot of time. He's a young cat.
Yeah.
And as it relates to the offense now and what we projected to be, I agree with your man MJ when he called earlier. I believe they're going to hit the ground running because you got a lot of stuff in place already. When Schottenheimer was up there in Seattle with Russell Wilson, he didn't have half as much offensive talent on that team as he.
Yo, keep going. Oh, hey. Yo.
Yo, you know that's what's up, Law. You know that.
Yo. Oh, I already know.
You could split hairs between Russell and Dak. Which one's better? You could split. That's a split hair down conversation there. But we got better wide receivers than they had. They didn't get DK Metcalf up there. It feels like year 3 or year 4 that Schottenheimer was running the offense. We got better running backs than they got. We got better, skilled people. Our tight ends, we got better skilled people.
Yeah, we do.
If Seattle ever had. So I can't imagine how quickly they're going if they cut nonsense out and they commit to doing something one way or the other. If they pass in the run or run in the pass, commit to one way to doing something first, then build off of that.
Yeah.
Kansas City, again, and that'll help Dak out a lot too. If you make it simple enough where you don't tell Dak to make a lot of decisions, just make the best one and trust his legs. I trust Dak's legs almost more than I trust his arm.
You know what? Here's Mark. Here's the number one thing with Dak Prescott. I think that a lot of people been defending Dak so much that they are afraid to say, "Hey, this is his strength, right? This is his weakness, right?" And you expound upon the strength side of it and minimize the weakness. There's nothing wrong with it. We all know that Batman can't fly. He got a cape, but he can't fly, right? But he's knowledgeable enough with that belt to get things going. He know every. I was watching Justice League, man, cartoon. He got a weakness. He knows the weakness of everybody, including his friends, right? So that's just what that got to be. You got to focus in on the strength and minimize the weakness, man.
Yeah, exactly. You're exactly right, Law. I think the last 3 or 4 years, and this isn't all gonna kill him more as much as it is on the quarterback tenor in general. That's been spending the last 3 or 4 years proving something, proving that he can be a great passer. Right. And he never needed to prove that, not to me. It's funny how now, when Dak first got in the league and he first started playing, he took over, he was a guy that made good decisions. People would say all the time, Dak need to make these big plays, but if Dak didn't trust it, he didn't rush it. Dak made a lot of big throws. He made a lot of downfield throws. He didn't make as many as people thought he should have, but Dak would take that dump off right there. Now, granted, he had a strong running game behind him to where he didn't have to take a lot of risks, but still, he did smart things with the football.
Look, let me say this to you, Mark. I stopped doubting Dak in 2016, that Steelers game. That's the day I was always on the fence with him, but that Steelers game, when he made that, he evaded.
When he threw that to Dan.
When he threw that, you knew that was the play for me. Like, I was like, all right, well, damn, you know what I'm saying? I said, well, and then he evaded the rush, and then he moved to the left, and I said, boy, that's every throw. I believe in the hearts of hearts, that was the day that Tony Romo knew. It's over with. And Tony Romo said, that's a dime. Tony Romo even said, that's a dime.
Tony Romo said that, yeah. Tony Romo said, that's hard to do. Tony Romo knows, okay? That's why I hate, just on the sidebar, I hate the organization made Tony Romo concede that.
Yeah.
They should have came out and said, we going with that. They should have made Tony Romo do that.
Yeah, right? yeah.
Romo, I don't blame Romo for wanting the job back, wanting to try to get the job back. But the organization should have said that, so Tony Romo don't get up there and have to do that. Tony Romo deserves better than that. But again, I want Dak to be Dak.
Yeah.
Dak ain't got to be no gunslinger. One more thing, man. I'm gonna let you go because I know you got people to talk to. I hear all the time about quote unquote we want special from Dak. We want special this, special that. That's just another dodge to me.
Yeah.
Special got a whole hell of a lot to do with luck.
True.
And I don't want luck. I want what you get when you win. You get consistency. You plant the seeds of consistency. You're gonna grow a tree of greatness. Then you can pick something special off of that tree. Right? You got no, man. No, really, seriously, Law. Look, hey, don't let me sermon no more. We did that already. I done preached already enough. I ain't preached no more. but what you got to do, man, is be consistent. One problem Dak has had is he's been inconsistent. He's been up and down because the play calling, is up and down.
Yeah,
that can't happen. You got to do what you do. Now, you got to change a little bit here. You got to step on the gas. You got to ease up on the pedal. Hey, I'm rolling like now. I got to do what I got to do. But the job is to drive the truck, and that's what I want Dak to do. Drive the truck the way you drive the truck, homie. We know what speed limits is. Let Dak be Dak.
Man.
Don't go around here trying to prove that you some kind of gunslinger. You ain't got to throw it 50 times. If Dak throws 30 times, I ain't mad at him because he's an offensive guy where if he's throwing it 30 times, 10 of them times it's going to be jump off in the flat.
Man.
He ain't going to be risking the football unnecessarily.
Man.
So that going to do it. And watch, man, their offense going to hit the ground running. It is.
Man,
so
they calling you Uncle Charles 2.0, man. Hey, Mark.
I ain't mad at that.
Hey, Mark, I just want to say this one thing. But since you drive trucks, the fastest speed limit you can ever go is just waking up 30 minutes to an hour early.
Exactly. I've been learning that, man. Hey, I can go as fast as I want as long as I'm ahead of the game.
Hey, somebody, they ain't gonna hit somebody until 20 years from now. Woo, boy, we cooking over here, man. Yeah. Appreciate you, Mark.
That's right. I'll holler at you, man. You got people to take care of, Mark. You know I come for you, brother. Keep doing what you do, all right?
No doubt, man. Ooh. Woo, that's hey man. That's the fastest speed limit you can ever go. Y'all who rushing, just wake up 30 minutes to an hour early. Hit that road 30 minutes to an hour early. It's faster than any speed limit you can go. Gas the night before, right? Gas up the night before. Make sure that you get everything checked out before you hit the road. And it'll be faster than any speed limit you can ever think of. Oh, man, he had to go 100 miles per hour. Nope. You hit that road 30 minutes to an hour early. Shoot. And then you will save a lot of people's lives, too. You know what I'm saying? All of that speeding and stuff like that. But, man, a lot of people don't realize that until wisdom come into the room, right? Somebody knowledgeable enough. See, this is where wisdom out trumps the knowledge. Somebody from point A to point B, from a knowledge aspect, say that they can arrive at a certain time by going 90 miles per hour, sweating and stuff like that to get there, because you got the highway patrolman sitting on the side of the road and you trying to squeeze through there, right? But that same person with wisdom understands and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to wake up an hour early. I'm going to hit the road an hour early. I'm going to get my gas the night before. I'm going to make sure that my pressures on my tires are okay. Ooh, Verde says arrive alive. Yes, indeed. All right. I got
conference line. Use it for God's glory. Please press star for.
I don't know what's going on with 254. I'm going to try you one more time, 254. Hold on. G, you all right? G.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Woo.
You kept, hey man, the whole time you was breaking in and out. I kept saying, is it me or is it?
Sorry, that conference number was not recognized.
Hey, it sounds like a ventriloquist law. Uh-oh, man. What's going on, man? You all right? Where you at? You on this dimension? We were talking about frequency earlier. I hope I didn't speak my wisdom to you.
Welcome to the Amish and Mennonite conference line. Use it for God's glory. Please press star for options.
Man. You better call back, man. Man, I'm going to try one more time, man. All right, Gene. Appreciate you, man. I don't know. He sound like Kane. He sound like that dude off of Iron Man. What was that robot? I forgot his name. Man. I thought I was getting hacked, man. What was that robot that Tony Stark's created? What was his name? I thought he was coming through the phone. I thought I was getting, I said, oh man, they finna come get me, man. FBI, open up! Cruise the wagon, I thought they was gonna come get me, man. I thought Tony Stark done hijacked me. Yeah, Ultron, yeah, that's what he sounded like. It was Jarvis. Was it Jarvis or Ultron? Which one was it? No, it was Jarvis, right? It was Jarvis. Yeah. Ultron. When I was watching that, I'm going to go watch that again. When Ultron was first being created, and he had that conversation with Jarvis, and Jarvis was like, hold that thought. Let me go get Tony right quick. And he said, what is this? I'm feeling alive. I'm feeling amazing. That Ultron was nice, man. The age of Ultron. Brenda says, God need to be glorified, not football. Yeah. Well, but, God created football so that he can receive even more glory, right? Woo! God created a whole bunch of stuff so he can receive. Yes, indeed. He'll reach out and he'll make water polo sports good. You know what I'm saying? So he can get some glory over here, man. Shoot, God is powerful, man. I ain't gonna even fake the funk over there, man. Shoot, God knows how to get. He's gonna receive his glory. Yes, indeed, he will. That's why it says, acknowledge him in all thy way. Not a few ways, but all thy way. And he will direct your path. You know, he will be there with you. Yes, indeed. And on our way, getting out of these conversations, Cowboy Nation, it's always good to have that communication line with you all, right? And it's always good to have these thoughts about football and in general and life and all of the other things that's here. But as cruel as life may seem, right? And life can be really cruel. It can be very, very much so cruel. It can be all the way to this part right here without even understanding the mercy that we have right here watching this. Just like I showed you guys. There's decisions. There's sacrifices that you have to make. And it's crazy. Sacrifice one to save two. And I could tell the countenance on the mother's face. She didn't really technically want to do it. And she watched all the way down to the end time, right? That those things need to happen in order to save the two. And the Cowboys are faced with a same degree that they're going to have to make the sacrifice in order to save. And I'm not saying technically killing one of these guys, but from a contract responsibility, it's going to be similar. Not everybody's going to be able to continue to wear the silver and blue. And the Cowboys must just very much so do that, unfortunately, Cowboy Nation. And at the end of the day, we from the outside look at it, we say, hey, man, how terrible that may be. But unfortunately, that's just how it all works. You can't keep them all, Cowboy Nation. But I'm glad that we are seeing some recognition coming in for CeeDee Lamb from his peers, right? Ain't nothing like from your counterparts, right? Your compatriots, right? Or those cohorts of yours saying that, hey, man, I learned a lot from you. Or, hey, this person right here is doing a great job. Motivation comes in various ways. But if these players have their mindset right and everything collected right, there's only one that can give you the increase. There's only one that can foresee your plan. And as long as you keep that one near and dear, it is said that they will pour upon you blessings that will overflow abundantly. So that's why I disagree with Jerry Jones and said that he had to make a plan with the man in order to get one more ring. No, that was the wrong plan. Because the man and the plan that we make provisions with is not limited. It's given abundantly. And there's people right now that's watching that you will receive blessings abundantly if they're in the right order. There's no limitations. There's no setbacks to it. There's no restraints. There's no resistance. And the Cowboys players, those who are out there, who's grinding hard and working on their craft and ultimately believing in themselves, understanding that the elevation that's happening is not by chance and not just by them. Woo! It's coming with a purpose. And if you have your mindset and you are focusing in and you are studying and you are working yourself up to that, nothing can stop you. Nothing can get in the way. Show your work, right? It is said also in certain scriptures Study to show thyself approval. Meaning put it all in the mindset. Learning is a great tool of life. But if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and work for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, and if all of your things that you work together to get it, it seems as if though the things that you put together, that everything come natural to you. But write this down, ladies and gentlemen. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and work hard for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired and it makes you hold everything taut and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, and plan for it, and lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply go after the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset with the help of Almighty, guess what? You will get it, Cowboy Nation. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours.
Sacrifice.
And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Roll those credits, baby. Let's get it.
Damn. Damn. Whoa.
Give me my theme music.
Hey ho. Come on. Let's roll those credits. Lil Sweat, appreciate you, man. Oh, Sweet, Lil Sweet, my bad. Coach Marv, the big time show. Come on.
I've been really in the field, lot of rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
One love to you all. If I offended anyone, charge it to my head, not my heart. Shout out to Kevin Hart, too.
Kinda check the song. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Mama said there'll be days just like this.
Lately, I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need
Stay
them
tuned.
fives, need them tens, I need that change to the
We will
same.
have more and more content throughout the day.
Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when
R.I.P. to Jim Brown.
I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Reverend.
Who we lost?
I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with Jay, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now.
Come on.
Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check a song. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up.
We answered. I thought we had it. Hey, go to show you who's the better team. And I'm sticking Cowboys. I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna clap and have one
Just one more time for you, boy.
Let's go, birds fly, Eagles fly. Still Super Bowl chance for now.
Oh my goodness, man. I know I be ragging on y'all, man. We hope all is well. Let's get on up out of here. One love, DC for life, not for short. Let's get it. One love to y'all, man. Let's get it. We about. and you.
Don't
Let the street lights hit you.
all alone. You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your
Player two, I'll follow.
I'll tell people that God doesn't make chairs and he doesn't make tables. He only makes trees. And so I'm not saying that you should pray till you see a table, because God's not going to make a table. But if praying calms you to the point that you look at a tree and now you see how to make a table, then prayer puts you in a place of provision. You see what I'm saying to you? Prayer anchors your soul. And it releases your creativity, and it tells you what to do with what you've got. If you look in the scriptures, almost every miracle in the scriptures occurred by the prophet or Christ using something that the person already had. Whether it was 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread, or the pot of oil, or the handful of meal, it was something that was already in the house. If you pray, God will show you something that is unique, that exists in your house, that he will use to bless your life.
whatever you do, play it do. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
Sacrifice.
Let's get on up out of here, baby. Until next time, DC for life.
You have to
Salute.
be your biggest fan.